We warm things
We
up.
warm things up
with a few hot topics. I don't think this going to warm up anybody. Bank customers in Jamaica pay a higher rate of interest on loans than any country in the region. This is according to statistics from the CIA's World Fact Book. Now, in Jamaica, the bank prime lending rate is 16.6%, according to the World Fact Book, making it the 29th highest rate in the entire world. It's between the African country of Mauritania at 17%, and the Asian country of Laos at 16.5%. So they say out of 184 nations, the highest prime rate in the world is currently Madagascar at 62%, while the lowest is European Union at 0.32%. That's how you want to live. So according to the Bank of Jamaica's quarterly report for this year, March 2017, Jamaica's average commercial bank lending rates have declined to 14.98% compared to 16.67% in March 2016. And that's largely to the entrance of JN Bank as a commercial bank. That rate on the existing list would put Jamaica at about 44, level with countries like Afghanistan and Nicaragua. Puerto Rico had the lowest rate in the Caribbean, ranked at 156 with a rate of 4%, just above the United States, ranked at 159. They have a 3.5% rate. And below the United Kingdom, they're ranked at 146 with a 4.6% rate. Canada ranked at 168, Germany 180, and the lowest rated country was Norway at 183 with a rate of 1.4%. That's something I want.
Some want to know why Jamaica has such a high interest rate more than everybody else.
That is one of the four things I don't know.
I want to know.
I want to know too, but
I like somebody to explain to me. Maybe there's a reason, but I don't really like to know. Because there's no good reason, need to go down.
When you say who you...
Whoever sets the interest rates in Jamaica need to make it go down.
Okay. Who set interest rate?
I don't know if it's BOJ that regulates it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's a free
market. But does the BOJ at some point regulate just how high they can go?
So everyone say any bank can just do what they want to do. Yeah. So which is what's happening.
No, Mr. Ardley, that's not right. That's not right, Mr. Ardley.
Okay.
Please to do something, sir.
Yeah. What is the next one, Mr.
Tell me now. Oh. NHT.
The headline says NHT raid formalized.
Yeah.
It's the NHT raid formalized. Legislation has been approved to allow the government to take $46 billion in budgetary support, or $11.4 billion yearly, from the NHT over the next 4 years. I thought the government had said that they wouldn't do it for budgetary support. Didn't they not say that?
Well, initially, they did say they wouldn't do it.
Well, the opposition leader noted that the Holness administration was going back on his promise in opposition that the Jamaica Labour Party government would not use the money for budgetary support. I thought I heard that somewhere.
Correct.
And he's saying, well, it's water under the bridge because they're using it for budgetary. So whether we like it or not.
Oh, dear.
And he goes on to say, what arises now is what assurance can the government give at the end of any period this is going to come to an end, or is the view now that the NHT is to be a continuing source of fiscal financing for the recurrent budget?
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Mr. Shaw said that if revenue buoyancy continues, the drawdowns from the National Housing Trust will become unnecessary. And he added, it has in fact started fairly well in the first quarter of the fiscal year. He says, my preliminary figures in the first quarter of this fiscal year are showing that to Monday, June 26, our revenue was Jamaica $5 billion ahead of target, which is, I suspect.
I just want to know who's going to determine when it becomes unnecessary.
Because the government of the day, I suspect.
Prior to now, when the previous government said we were going to draw, I think this government who was in opposition at the time said, no, that's not right. Which is when they said if we were in power, we never would. Now we're seeing that, well, I guess it was a necessity after all. So who's going to, that's my thing. What are the parameters to decide, regardless of government, that it's okay to pull down and it's okay not to pull down? Because if there's a surplus that we keep taking out of, after a while, never basket or empty.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Right,
that's all I want to know.
Yeah. Last one, well, two more. One is a little sad here. Venus Williams involved in a car crash that led to the death of a 78-year-old man.
In Florida.
Yeah, he was taken to hospital on June 9, died 2 weeks later. Apparently she went through
A light.
Well, it says Miss Williams is at fault for violating the right-of-way of the other driver, adding that there were no other factors like drugs, alcohol, or mobile phone distractions.
They're contending that she went through the red. She's saying she went when it was green, but the traffic backed up.
So she got caught.
So she got caught in the intersection.
Yep.
It's unfortunate that this gentleman died from it. So yeah, they're looking at that.
So the final one now is a man kidnapped his sister because he never wanted her to get married.
Yeah.
Well, I never know about them things when my daughter was getting married.
Yeah.
Nobody never tell me could I do that.
No, well, this you can't do. The speaking of the church is a different thing, but this you can't do.
Right.
Why would he want to stop her though? What's he saying? What did she do?
For religious reasons, he said. He said months before the incident, his fiancée was worried about the marriage because of religious differences. Apparently, the couple was part of his Amish, right? Amish community, but had left. So he drove his fiancée from Jamesport to meet Conrad Kaufman. He called both of them an hour later, but got no answer. He says, I had all the truck loaded and I was ready to go, but no reply, and I started to get nervous. He finally sent a text saying he will be going to the police if they didn't respond soon. And then his brother sent a message and said, sorry, the wedding is off. I'm taking her far, far away. You're never going to see her again. Apparently he returned. He took her back 24 hours later. So I don't know if they got married or they didn't get married, but he brought her back, which I guess is good news.
Yeah, that's some love there.
I never can still be.
Kidnap your daughter?
I mean, that time I have to kidnap her. Just tell her come here and she come. Simple thing.
I hope you have a better defense.
You want my pen?
I hope you have a better defense when you go to court. That's
the
best you can come up with.
My daughters are happily married and they're all fine. I have no issues with my sons-in-law.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all fine. Nice. All right, belated birthday greeting to Danzeel Foster. Danzeel, I hope you had a great day. Your mom wanted to send a greeting, and I actually had it before Danzeel, but I don't know where I put it, and I find it now. So it's from your mom, Theresa, your sisters, and your brothers. Hope you had a great day. Happy birthday, Grandma P. It's from your daughter, Renee, your grandson, Malik, from me, and from everyone else who knows you. Mrs. Sanike Mundell Lawrence. She's a teacher at Penwood. Hope you have a great day, miss. It's coming from your staff. And this, the great Everard, we work with me now. This is 16-year-old Najiba White. Najiba is from Sheffield in Westmoreland. She goes to Manning's High. There you go, Najiba. I hope you have an absolutely brilliant day today. I don't know if you're going to school, but if you go to school, then you can have some ice cream and thing at lunch, and then later on you have more ice cream and cake and thing. And Najiba, you just have a brilliant day. It's coming from your wonderful cousin Michelle, and from me, and from everyone down at the school, I suspect, and in your community. So the great Najiba, have plenty fun today. And I pray that you have many more birthdays.
The great Damian Ricketts.
Damian here.
The engineer on duty.
Damian have a birthday?
Today. You can't believe that?
But Damian looks so old, him don't look like him a birthday no more. Damian a birthday?
Anytime on the ear, never microphone start like
It's Damian.
Damian is the engineer.
No, but serious, Damian don't look like him a birthday.
Damian, we love you.
Listen, man.
Make sure my light not start blink. Make sure my light not start blink and the AC I work for my
listen, if Damian walk in here now, I'm going to take about 3 days to walk from here to here. So the man out. You never know them when you get certain age, just still have birthday. I don't know. Anyway, Damian.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday to Terry Ann Young, coming from the Miss Sonia's staff members. And happy birthday to Rondine Da Costa. Enjoy it, girl.
Easy, Rondine.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, folks. Najiba, enjoy yourself today. Saying?
Your mic, I got weird.